Morning. Today I'm going to be presenting about the definition of unit used for consumption of electrical energy and the two-part tariff. The presentation explores two fundamental concepts in the realm of electrical power systems. The standardized unit in measuring the amount of electrical energy consumed and the two-part tariff. Understanding these concepts is important for both the consumers and the producers. We will first define the unit of electrical energy being kilowatt hour, after which we will define two-part tariff and then look at its advantages, disadvantages and applications. Next, moving on to the standard unit for electrical energy. The standard unit for electrical energy is kilowatt hour. It is defined as the amount of energy consumed by a electrical device in 1 hour having a power rating of 1000 watt or 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt is more widely used as it is more practical than the SI unit, which is why most electrical utility companies, whether business or residential, always offer kilowatt hours. The reason for this is because joule is a very small electrical energy quantity compared to kilowatt hours. 1 kilowatt hour, a single kilowatt hour, is 3.6 million joules. So to measure it in joules would be much harder. To measure the energy that we consume, we use a certain formula, which is energy in kilowatt hours is equal to the power rating in kilowatts into time in hours. Next, Arvind will be talking about two-part tariff.
Two-part tariff is a common and widely used pricing structure for electricity, especially for commercial and industrial consumers in significant power demands. It breaks down the total electricity into two parts. The two parts are fixed charge demand and running charge demand. The fixed charge demand. Fixed charge demand. This part of tariff is a fixed amount the consumer must pay, regardless of how much electricity they actually consume in a given period. It's primarily based on the consumer's maximum demand for power during that period. The purpose of this charge is to cover the utility company's fixed costs, which are incurred irrespective of the amount of the energy generated or supplied. Running charge demand. This component is variable and directly proportional to the amount of energy consumed by the user. It is measured in kilowatt hours. The more kilowatt hour of electricity a consumer uses, the more the bill generates. The running charge covers the variable operating cost of the utility company, such as the cost of fuel, labor, and delivering the consumed energy. Formula for total charges is fixed charge per kilowatt of maximum demand to maximum demand in kilowatt plus running charge per kilowatt hour into energy consumed in kilowatt hour. Now we'll be talking about the advantages of two-part tariff. It ensures cost recovery, encourages load management and fairness to all consumers. Now my friend Ashfaq will be talking about the disadvantages of two-part tariff and advantages of two-part tariff.
Advantages of the two-part tariff are that the payment that the consumer has to pay is a fixed charge. So they have to pay the same amount even if they consume only a little bit of electricity or they don't consume any electricity during the billing cycle. They have to pay the same amount of money as they would for the entire demand. The second problem is that it's difficult to assess the pricing of the demand of electricity because it's a very complex process. And this can lead to a dispute as to how much money is worth the electricity. And the third drawback is that a consumer who had a high sanction demand and they consumed very little electricity, they might end up paying disproportionately high billing charges also. So the applications of the two-part tariff are mainly for industrial consumers and large commercial establishments, such as industries which use heavy machinery that require lots of electricity and they have a high demand of electricity for their factories. And the second category are large commercial establishments such as hotels, office complexes, stores, like large stores, malls, and etc. So these consumers require a lot of electricity and that's why the power demand is high, and this obviously influences the energy infrastructure that the power companies are generating. So the power systems are directly affected by these large-scale consumers. So the two-part tariff applies to them significantly. So in conclusion, we define the unit of consumption of electrical energy, which is 1 kilowatt hour, and we understood this unit. Then we went on to discuss about two-part tariffs, the advantages and disadvantages of them, and who they apply to. So thank you for watching our presentation.